Hello YouTube, it's Silver Age Dave. I'm in the comic room and I thought I would do a video, kind of an extension. I did a live stream yesterday, had a lot of great people in there, and there was a question asked about flippers and how I felt about flippers, and I thought I would extend this into a regular video that maybe more people would see, and you know what, comment on here. Let me know what your thoughts are, if I'm on the mark or if we agree or disagree. You know, I'm not the end-all be-all answer, but my thoughts on flippers is I'm not surprised and I'm not mad. I'm not angry at flippers. What we have is a special little cove of a hobby. We've had it a little bit to ourselves forever. It was just this wonderful little nerd group of people who really loved this stuff. And we had dealers and we had LCS owners, and we had people in the hobby that knew how to make a buck at it, but I don't know how many true professionals we had. Obviously, there's Mile High Comics. There's certain people who are outside the normal realm, but for the most part, we had it to ourselves. It was this big, wonderful secret, and people that were passionate about it could collect what they wanted to collect, and it was affordable. Even when it became unaffordable, you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was still affordable. And so I'm not surprised at how many flippers there are. I'm not surprised that there's speculators. Anytime there's money to be made, there's going to be people that are attracted to it. They're gonna find a way to make that money. And so, you know, what really changed, I think, is YouTube. I think what happened is that YouTube came on the scene, you know, so many years ago, the Captain Strangelove days, and there were a few guys who were making videos, and there were a few guys that were watching videos. I remember when I started a handful of years ago, Great Legend had 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, and man, that seemed like all the subscribers. I thought to myself, who more could he get? And man, what a surprise that is. You know, you bring on, I think Bueller was one of the first to go big time, and of course Jim Mint and Comic Tom is big time, and I'm probably missing people in here, but these guys came on the scene. Reggie, of course, and now Journo's turning up. But you know, these guys come on the scene, and you have more and more people watching, and more people falling for this hobby, which is easy to do. It's such a beautiful hobby, and I'm just going to walk around while I'm chatting with you. But it brings this stuff into the light for more and more collectors, and we've seen prices going up. And you know, as little as 3 years ago, I know a lot of us were sitting and saying, man, this is getting to be an expensive hobby. What am I going to do? Do I hold books? Do I sell books? And we've seen more and more people, you know, selling books. Well, who are they selling to? More and more people who are buying books. Some of that is speculation, some of that is flipping, and some of that is just, you know, passion for the hobby. So I think what happened, we saw the prices go crazy up, you know, let's say up to a year or so ago, maybe even 2 years ago. We saw the prices going crazy and didn't really know what to think about it. But that wasn't the ceiling. That was just someone who's lighting a match to turn the lanterns on. And now what we have is we have people from other industries getting involved, saying, man, look at all that free money on the table. And we've got serious business people that are getting into this hobby, not because they love the hobby, but because they can buy books on the cheap, put them on eBay, flip them, and make a profit. And again, I'm not mad about that. We left money on the table, and someone figured out how to grab that money. That's life. Early bird gets the worm. And I am a fan of anyone who wants to do the hard work. If I'm not willing to do it, but someone else is, the last person I could be mad at is them. Make the money. For all, you know, for goodness sake, take that money if it's just left on the table. And shame on me for not grabbing it. So, you know, I think flippers and speculators are more common nowadays. I think it's affected the hobby because it's driving up not only the prices on the big stuff, but the prices on the medium stuff and the little stuff and the, even the regular everyday books. I think we're going to see a point where even some of those are going to be affected, that they weren't a key book, but now they're a key book. Obviously, we have the influx of movies. Any storyline, any character could be the next big thing. The way this stuff works is whatever the announcement is, whatever the trailer has, can be the big book. And some people are moving faster than others, and that's why there's the unknown. So, a year ago, I thought, I've been thinking about selling comics for years. I'm going to start thinning it out. We all have boxes of things that we say, maybe it's time to thin things out. And you go through and you decide. And fortunately, I'm a slow-moving being. So I sold a few books last year. I wish I had back for what I sold them for. But for the most part, I'm still sitting on this collection. And now, though, that things have gotten really insane. Now, though, that we have other industries involved, we have investment trusts, and we have some serious money pouring into this hobby. Now, I'm saying I don't know if I want to sell. I would have sworn on a stack of Bibles that a year ago was a high point, and look how wrong. I never could have imagined being more wrong, but I was wrong. So flippers, ultimately, if you're still sitting on your collection, they're helping us. I don't want to look at it that way, but they're doing the hard lifting. They're finding all this stuff. Whether you like it or not, there's apps out there. Key Collector, one of my big disappointments in life. I was right here making daily content when Key Collector came out, but I was just starting to struggle with health, and I took a break. And he had that initial deal, $7.99, and you have a lifetime membership. And I missed out on that, and now I don't want to pay $7 a month, so I don't have it. But I wish, if they want to sponsor me, I'd love to have Key Collector. And they do the hard lifting, and then I get the easy job of just making my own decision. That's ultimately what it's all about, is you just decide what's best for you. My advice on all this stuff is, if you want to stay passionate in this hobby, is stay a nerd collector. Just get the things you love. Don't worry about the value on it. 20 years is going to go by, 30 years, 40 years, and things are going to be what they are. If you're trying to do this to make a living, it's not going to be fun. That's the reason I'm not monetized. That's the reason I'm not sponsored. As soon as someone's paying me to do this, I'm not going to want to do it anymore. Maybe the quality would go up a little, right? I'm kind of dragging, but I've always wanted this to stay a hobby, so I keep it a hobby. I'm not doing it to make a living. And that's really your deciding point, is where do you want to exist? Do you want to exist as a business in comics, or do you want to just love comics? I don't know if you can do both. I think there probably are a few special people out there that can do both. For me, it's too hard. I just love it all, and I love everything about it. So you take the good with the bad, and we're all in this as a group. The people that are doing something you're uncomfortable with, they're okay. They're just doing something you're uncomfortable with. But ultimately, I'm okay with it. I'm good with flippers, and I'm good with speculators, and I'm good with LCSs and dealers, and I'm good with anyone else out there who's part of this great hobby. Okay, so that's it. Let me know your thoughts. I want to thank people who subscribe. I want to thank people who watch the videos. I want to thank people who hit the like button, thank people who hit the comment section regularly, and say nice things. I really appreciate that. And if you don't like the videos, I like you too. You can't shake me. I'm unshakable. I'm thinking about you. Put a smile on your face. Then your face will be just like mine. You go out into the world and you change it for the better. And today's going to be awesome. Tomorrow's looking great too. Silver Age Dave is out.